Hi, Richard Huntley here, back with a brand new video, and today we're going to be looking at the 4 foods you should never eat if you want to lose belly fat. But here's the difference. Now listen carefully, this is important. Lots of the videos show you these foods to avoid, but I'm going to actually be showing you what you can eat instead, so you're really satisfying, say it's your sweet tooth or craving. So I'm not just going to say avoid these foods totally and that's it. I'm going to give you an actual replacement in this video that's more of a healthy alternative, and it's still delicious for you. Right, let's get started, guys. Let's get started on this. First up, store-bought ice cream. It's a real belly bad food. But here's the thing, too much sugar, high fructose corn syrup, we know this by now. The studies have shown this is bad for the belly area. You're just going to end up hungry if you're just eating this, and belly bloat, you know, the list goes on of things. We all know that. Cut down on the ice cream. But you're saying, Rich, what can I have instead? Well, try this instead. Simple steps. First up, grab some frozen fruit. Personally, I go for pineapple. You can go mango, cherries, any sort of berries you like, depends on what fruit you like. Then, simple step, literally, this is so easy to do, there's no excuses. Grab out the blender. I personally use a NutriBullet, but there's loads on the market now. You can get different blenders for good competitive prices. And then I just put a touch of coconut milk in there as well, depending on what consistency you like it. If you like it more runny, obviously add more coconut milk. If you don't, you prefer a thicker texture, then obviously add less. And then blast that up, give it a little shake around and blast it again. And before you know it, you've got this delicious type of ice cream frozen fruit, and it's so refreshing, it's delicious. So rather than just saying never eat ice cream again, replace it with this sort of fruit healthy food. And here's the thing, yeah, you are going to eat ice cream again, but try and reduce down the store-bought ice cream, because you know it's loaded with bad sugars, and try this refreshing alternative I've given you, and just give it a go, and then you'll let me know. You'll say, Rich, this was delicious, I'm so glad I found this. So next up, cereals. Bad way to start the day. This is not the right way. It's just going to end you up really hungry because it's loaded up with sugar. Again, bad, fast carbohydrates, spike in the blood sugar, and it's just a bad cycle to go through the whole day. But instead, let's go for this. Grab out the Greek yogurt, high in protein, really good fats in there, probiotics we've got, good for the gut. And then I would just add some simple nuts. You can be walnuts, whatever you're into, berries like raspberries, blueberries I personally like as well. And if you need a touch of sweetener in there, just get a little bit of honey, not too much, and just a very light, just a quick flick over drizzle, and then that will just hit your sweet tooth as well if needed. Way better breakfast, high protein, going to keep you full, and you're feeding your body the right way. Next up, we have cut down these sugary drinks. This is the sneaky one that catches so many people out. You know, they look at their foods and they say, oh, you know, I'm gonna eat healthy, so the foods are looking good, but then they look at also the drinks, but maybe they don't. That's the thing, they don't always look at the drinks, and it catches them out, and they have different colas and stuff like this. But that's gonna be something that you'll be very surprised. For example, you're not gonna drink that picture to the left there, are you? If it's because one, you know, it won't be able to happen anyway. But the whole idea of this, it's loaded so much with empty calories known as sugar, and it's just going to make you eat more and consume more through the whole day. So when you're drinking these sort of drinks, whether it's the diet versions or the just regular versions, you're just going to end up eating more empty calories and snacking on foods, which is going to make you lock in more belly fat and pile it on over time. So what we want to do and try instead, grab some fresh fruit. Here's an example. I personally like this drink, pineapple and spinach. Before you say, Rich, you're crazy, this is going to taste disgusting, I do not like spinach, just hold your horses there for a minute. Pineapple and spinach together, you're not even going to taste the spinach. Then add the coconut milk, which same sort of ingredients what we used for the frozen recipe earlier, the ice cream, but the pineapple will overpower the spinach, and you'll get that natural sweetness there as well. And then you've got the coconut milk, and it's going to be a sort of a type of green colour from the spinach, because we're getting so much nutrients in there as well, and vitamins and minerals. But then once you sip it, trust me, you will have this bad boy, and you will say, oh, this is delicious, pineapple sweetness in there, there. The smooth coconut milk, I'm telling you, I'm going to go and make one in a minute. I'm dying for one of these. Okay, next up, we have got store-bought pizza, which is, you know, it's a very typical thing we see nowadays in our diets. But let's try and sort this out. Really belly bad for dinner. We know bad carbohydrates in there with the thick crusts and things like this. Bad fats, you know, if you're putting things like the pepperoni on top, that's processed meats, also not good for the body too. You're going to get belly fat really bad eating these foods over the years. So what we want to do instead, like I try and teach you, I want to give you alternatives. A quick tortilla wrap, then all we do is we put a nice tomato base. You can either blend up some tomatoes with a little touch of garlic in there, something like this, whatever you're into with a few herbs, and then we would go for the mozzarella cheese, which is absolutely delicious. Just put a little bit of that on top, and then basil, stick it in the oven. Before you know it, we've got about, 7 minutes, 10 minutes. Just keep your eye on it until how crispy you like it. And I'm telling you, that's a delicious light version of a homemade pizza. Really easy to make. Get the kids involved and your family involved with this. It's really delicious to make, and everybody will love it too. And you can change up the toppings, but that's a good little healthy alternative for the store-bought pizza. Now, with any of these foods, guys, like I said, look, just try and cut them down in moderation. I understand that trying to give them up totally is very difficult to do in today's society, but let's just try and minimize them down and replace them with these more belly good foods, so to speak. You see, I hope you've learned something today. If you have, please hit that like button, share this with your family and friends, leave a little comment below and let me know if you like any of the drinks or foods I've given you. I'm telling you, if you start to use these into your life, it will be for the better. Share this recipe and these videos with your friends, because I know it's going to help more than just a few people. I need to get the message out there to start changing the world one step at a time. Hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Take care for now, have an amazing day, and see you very soon.